Do your cables often look like this? Would you prefer them to look like this so you could throw them in the air and then catch them and them still be in the exact position they were? Well, in this lesson, we're going to learn exactly that. My name is the DiDio Show, and you're watching the DiDio. Whatever. Let's just get started. What not to do when coiling a cable. Now, there have been many people I've seen doing just, for tiny cables, just doing over the hand like this. It seems harmless enough. It's not. Don't do it. Okay? It really messes up the cable. The cable's inside the cable, which is why it's called a cable, because it's got cables inside of itself. And I'm not just talking about guitar cables as well. I'm talking about all cables that you use every day, extension cables, computer cables. I don't care what it is. You gotta coil it correctly. This is why this is not just for musicians or professional sound people. This is for everyone. Now, if you do work at a church or something, you need to learn how to do this because you gotta take care of all your cables. Now, another way I've seen many people do it, and in fact, one person tried to correct me on it and say, well, you can do it like this. And I immediately said, no, you never do that, because that's the truth. You never want to coil it around the arm like that. It bends the cable on the inside in the wrong direction. That's why what I'm about to show you is so important, because it keeps the cable free. It doesn't bend the metal cables on the inside that send information back and forth. And it just keeps the cable in perfect condition to where it looks like this. You want to start off with a good hold of the end of the cable in your left hand if you're right-handed, or in your right hand if you're left-handed. So with the end of it pointing out like that. Okay, so I'm right-handed, so I'll do it in my left. But you do it if you're right-handed. You do it to my left, but on your right. See if you can figure that one out. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. The tip of this cable is facing out away from me. What I'm going to do is I'm going to grab about a foot away, not a whole foot away, just about a foot away. And I'm just going to pull this hand up to these fingers, just like that. Let me show it to you again. It's really simple. Just pull it up. And what I'm doing, I'm not doing anything complicated at all. It just looks very complicated. I'm taking this, and instead of going like this, if you're getting a result like that, then you're bringing your hand up on the inside in between you and the cable. What you want to do is bring it so that way it's on the outside of you and the cable, and bring it into this hand. So these two fingers are facing here now. Now they're facing towards me. Okay, so now we got the first part down. Now there's only one other part left to go. It's kind of the same way. It's just you're doing this while you're bringing it towards you. Now, I know in the first time we said not to bring it in between you and the cable, because then you'll get something like that. Well, this time if you've got to twist it a little bit and then put it up there. So you take it, you twist slightly and bring it towards you, and then you might want to straighten them out while you're doing it. Okay, I'm going to do it one more time. Alright, so now let's do it together. This time I'll go very slow. Okay, I'll go very slow, but we're going to do both steps. So remember, if you need to rewind or anything, you can go back and do that. Okay, so the first step, out. Second step, in. First step, out. Second step, in. First step, out. Second hand, second step, in. First step, out. Now you won't always end on the first step, or you won't always end on the second step. It varies between how big you want your cable to be. Now, if you don't want it to be as big as this and you want it to be smaller, then you'll make each loop a little smaller. Now, if you've got something like this, to where you've got this loop, then you've got that, what I like to do is I like to bring my thumb in here and just pull it, and be loose right here so that way the cable can flow, but just pull it slightly so that way they're both about the same length. Then you go through it again. And soon you'll be able to do it really fast like this. If I can get it right. But yeah. Now remember, it won't be perfect the first time. It took me a while to figure out how to do this. But once you get it, once you get the hang of it, it'll save a lot of cables that you have. If you like this video and all the other videos I do, you know, like, comment, and subscribe. Do all that. And in a minute, I'm going to show you some funny outtakes because my sister was being the camera woman this time. So give yourself a hand clap, Alana. I wanted to thank her, and you can stop now. I wanted to thank her so much for being my awesome camera woman or cameraman.
Thank you.
You're welcome. That's not her actual voice. She was making that voice. She's the cutest thing ever. I'll tell you that right now. But make sure you...
You ready?
Does it look good?
Yep. Perfect.
Sure?
Yep.
Alright. I'm whenever the video starts. Okay, cool. Hey everybody, this is the Evan DiDio Show. I'm Evan DiDio, and today we're going to be talking about...
Oh, yeah.